Bethesda?
Yeah,
Y'all.
we can move on to Bethesda. Say some stuff for like 2 seconds while I pull up Bethesda.
Alright, so I this first game that I'm gonna talk about is Doom.
Doom, I'm hyped for Doom.
Doom Eternal. So the last Doom, I got
So
Doom.
fun.
What was it? Doom 2014? 2016?
Yeah, 2016, I believe.
2016 Doom I got on PS4, and
So
I had
fun.
never played a Doom game before.
Me neither, actually.
And yeah, for just a shooter, like a shoot 'em up, it was really fun.
So fun.
Didn't beat it. Got to the end boss.
What?
Tried like 4 times, and I was like, you know what?
Oh
Don't care.
You should just lower the
was
difficulty.
I know, but I was just like, nope. I'm just gonna. I guess I'm just done here.
Were you upgrading your weapons and stuff?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But I just like I got like I don't know, like I didn't have a lot of ammo going in. It was just a bad situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a lot of fun with Doom. So the pretty much all I had to say about Doom Eternal is that it looks really pretty.
It does. I'm really hyped that they're adding platforming elements in, because I love first person platforming is like one of the biggest reasons that I love Destiny, and like the fact that they don't do it a lot in a lot of other shooters, and they're adding it in this Doom is getting me. And
if you like that, you definitely need to play Dying Light.
Yeah, and in general, it just looks like they're improving on the gameplay loop. The Doom does this really cool thing where they very subtly force you to switch your weapons and switch how you go into combat. Like you chainsaw things to get ammo, you melee things to get health. I think you like execute things to get like ability ammo or something. I forget all the systems, but it's like they have this really cool like triangle of like switching between melee and executions and gun combat to like really keep yourself in the action, and you're always moving, which is really fun. And they have this really cool upgrade system, upgrading all your guns and your abilities. Really cool, really crispy shooting. And this new multiplayer mode where it's like asymmetric, like it's 2 people, I believe, playing as 2 demons, and then against 1 Doom hunter or 1 Doom guy. And that I think could be cool. They dabbled with it a little bit in the last game. You could pick up it was like a regular arena shooter, but you could pick up these tokens that turned you into a demon, which was kind of like a kill streak essentially.
Okay.
So that was cool in the last game, and hopefully this multiplayer mode. My thing about the last game was it felt kind of generic, so hopefully this kind of like has more of its own identity or whatever. But yeah, Doom 2, that's also falls winter this year, November 22nd, 2019.
Yeah.
All major consoles, even Nintendo Switch, which is crazy. It's launching on Nintendo Switch.
It's like you got Doom Eternal, you got Jedi Fallen Order, and you got Death Stranding, all within like 30 days. And you got
Borderlands 3. And you got Call of Duty, which I'm getting. And you got it's crazy.
Too many games.
It's ridiculous.
But yeah, let's keep this moving. If I'm not wrong, we have about 30 minutes left.
But we may or may not have to double back to get like the last 2 conferences or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But let's keep it moving.
The next thing that came to my attention under Bethesda was Deathloop. Did you see Deathloop?
I did. So this was interesting. I don't know what this is gonna end up looking like, but it's got a weird premise.
Yeah, so it's like, I guess it's like 2 assassins, and they're trapped on some kind of island,
and they're in different perspectives. Like one is like, it sounds like they're like enslaved, and one sounds like
she's enjoying it. Yeah, and like one's like trying to break the time loop, and the other one wants it to keep going. And then like it's just kind of like it's just kind of like a trailer, like a compilation of them killing each other in different ways over and over and over again.
So can we quick speculate? Do we think it's going to be a thing where you like select a character at the beginning and you play through a story, or do we think it's going to be like you're hopping between both characters and like they're gonna play around with the death mechanic?
I think it could be, and I forgive me because I can't think of another game other than like Resident Evil, where it is like you have Claire and Leon. Like you have, I think they said the name was Juliana and Colt.
Okay.
So I think part of me thinks like pick which one you want to play first, and then you play the second one second, and I guess experience their different their different perspectives.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, but I really enjoy the Groundhog's Day stuff, like reliving the same events, but like depending on how they tackle it. But like,
and that's one thing that we didn't mention. I forgot to mention in Microsoft was the 12 minutes game is very similar idea to this, where it was a top down. Stop me if you didn't see this. It was a top down trailer. And they show a man and a woman sitting in like the kitchen, and there's a gift between them, and then like I think the woman like tells the man that she's pregnant, but then somebody bursts in through the door and like kills them, and then the guy wakes up, and then he's like she's like, "Oh honey, you're home," and then they're reliving it again, and he's telling her like, "You have to leave, we have to go," and she's like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Somebody's gonna come in," and then it happens again. So it's like it's another repetitive time loop game.
Yeah, sorry, that stuff trips me out. Like I don't know why, but it just gets me.
Yeah, really so but this, I don't know, like I think it could be that, and then I was also wondering if there possibly co-op potential to this, kind of in
or
the way that A Way Out was. Yeah, that too.
That would be cool. Yeah, because ever since A Way Out, I kind of hoped it like spurred more developers to make more like really co-op designed games, like from the ground up. Because those are always cool.
Yeah, I think this could, especially with the next game on my list, I'm not going to jump into it just yet, but that they're getting better at the idea of split screen co-op that has the characters in different places. So I think we could definitely be getting there.
Yeah, and real quick, and then I'll let you go into Wolfenstein because that's your next thing. I just want to mention this Orion stuff, another thing that's improving cloud gaming. But this seems like technology that is going to be able to help you with your Google Stadia streaming or your xCloud streaming, which I think is a really different approach to this. They're not just doing their own streaming service. So
what is Orion exactly?
So the way and I'm still kind of blurry on it, but the way I understand it, it's like a technology that, say you have Google Stadia, you can also have this Orion service, which is kind of a way, for lack of better terms, to boost your streaming capabilities and like reduce latency and essentially just make it easier and more high quality for you to stream from these like Google Stadia xCloud services.
Okay, so it gives you like some juice or isolates.
That's what I'm thinking. Or? I'm thinking it's a set of like data centers, and correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't do super research on this, but it seems like they have their own like data centers that will kind of augment your experience. I'm not sure exactly how. I would have to look into it more, but people are really doubling down on their streaming stuff is essentially what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
But yeah, keep an eye on that. But yeah, we can talk about Wolfenstein next because I'm hyped about that too.
So yeah, I don't have a huge ton to say about this. Wolfenstein Youngblood comes out July 26th.
That's soon. Like I didn't know it was that
next
soon.
month.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it looks like a really good co-op shooter. And you're playing as the twin daughters of BJ Blazkowicz from the previous Wolfensteins.
We gotta play this one.
But yeah, it looks really good. I love the futuristic. I like the futuristic look of everything, and yeah, we definitely will have to add this to the channel.
And Wolfenstein, another amazing like Bethesda id shooter, like really good. Same as Doom, really good shooting mechanics. Really fun, really
I
fluid.
think I played Old Blood. I didn't finish it yet, but I really enjoyed it. I always have a problem of like I start a game and then I'm like, okay, I really like this, so I really want to focus on it, so I put it aside. And so I kind of did that with this, but I did also pick up the new Colossus. So
that's 2, right? That's Wolfenstein 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I need to grab that one.
I need to check that out too, but those both have me very excited for this one.
And Wolfenstein, they have cool abilities. It's just really cool, and they focus on story too.
And there's different character builds for this one, so they were saying that like you have to kind of adapt to how you approach missions, because if one player builds their character based on stealth, and the other player builds their character based on, like focused shooting or long range shooting, then you're gonna kind of have to work together to figure out how to approach a mission,
right?
Based on your special skills. So
I'm hype about that.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about Ghostwire next?
Yeah.
This looks really cool to me.
Ghostwire, it looks like it's 1,000% up my alley.
And this comes from the people who made Evil Within. I believe. Yeah.
Shinji Mikami.
I believe.
I really enjoyed Evil Within and Evil 2. I like how they created like an open world from a game that didn't feel like it could have an open world.
Right.
There were some drawbacks here and there, but overall it was a fun experience. So I'm like, I love this trailer. The trailer looks amazing.
It does. I don't know about you, but I really, really, really like the Japanese interpretation of horror, and like the demons and like the oni, like the evil spirits, like all of that type of stuff is really like much more interesting to me than like just regular ghosts and stuff in Western horror culture.
And I was like, this is the most visually stunning, like it just captures you next to like Death Stranding.
Yeah, like it's weird.
Just like,
it's really weird.
You're just like, what is that? What is that?
Like, what is, like, you're just, so many questions come up, and it's just like people are like just disappearing out of their clothes. You have these creepy like almost Slender Man looking dudes that like walk up to people, and like this dude just points at a dude on the ground, and he just disappears, and he's got this haunting voice.
And then Ronin from Endgame is there,
right?
For no reason.
Samurais and dudes with bows. So it's like, what is this gonna be like? Are you a dude with like a sword and a bow, and you're fighting like evil demons, but it's like scary at the same time? I don't know.
And I like the tagline of "Don't fear the unknown, attack it."
Yeah, that to me. So at this site I'm looking at, they got it listed as an action adventure game and not a horror game, which is actually interesting to me because, as we know, Evil Within is pretty much pure horror. Like, there's action, but it's like it's more to the Resident Evil vein of like horror games.
Yeah,
survival horror.
Even so, you could really say it's more like Resident Evil like 5 and 6.
Yeah,
because in the beginning it starts out slow and creepy, but midway through those games you got like
guns,
you got Molotovs, you're like blowing stuff up. Yeah, so it gets a little like over the top.
This will be cool. So like dark action, I can deal with that.
Yeah, I would like some slick samurai like action in this type of over the shoulder like third person.
Yeah, I can't wait. So we do think it's gonna be. Yeah, I'm assuming it's gonna be third person.
Yeah. And then we'll just add that Bethesda continues to push Fallout 76 out of their turd cutter, and pretending like people were supporting it and championing it all this time.
Hey, at least it's doing better than Anthem. They added a battle royale mode now.
Don't talk about that one either.
Really, kudos to Bethesda for not letting this game die as horribly as Anthem is slowly dying in front of us.
But I could just, during the presentation, I could just feel the hook coming out from the side of the stage
to grab him.
Yank him off.
That's the thing, though. I think Fallout 76 actually has fans. Like, I think, like, Anthem's player base, from what I've heard, is dwindled to the point where it's hard to actually find matches.
Yeah, I believe that.
And Fallout 76, like, they're still like aggressively supporting this game. Like, they're dropping they're adding NPCs. They're trying to make it more close to a traditional Fallout game. They added a whole battle royale. Like, they're actually supporting it, even though it's not for me. Like, I'm never gonna play this game. I don't know why they made this, but
you can put sprinkles and confetti and all the glitter you want on that turd, and true. It will be the shiniest turd.
It was rough. Yeah, I don't know where this game's gonna end up, but yeah, more Fallout 76 if y'all are fans.
Let me quickly get through. I'm just gonna quickly go through Devolver Digital so that we can spend time on some Square Enix stuff.
Yeah.
But just to go over a very interesting game. Devolver makes like pretty interesting little games. I'm still working on Enter the Gungeon. And they also had games like Absolver, which was a nice like tight like melee kind of like For Honor type game.
It was free on PS Plus. And then they have
things like Hotline Miami, which is like a top-down shooter.
I played that was pretty good.
So they have this one game they came out with, they showed a trailer for it that surprisingly is not coming out until January of next year, but it is a pixel game. It's called Carry On, as in like
the symbiote.
Yeah, Carry On meaning like basically like the
stuff,
gore.
Right?
Yeah, like the viscera of like something that's been eaten. But you're basically like, think of Katamari mixed with how did I describe this? Katamari mixed with Metroidvania. And you're kind of like this big monster maneuvering
blob
around.
It looks literally like a blob.
Yeah, like some tunnels on a space station, and it's like you're just literally attacking people and adding them to your mass, and they attack you. I saw in some gameplay they had like flamethrowers and stuff, and they were like burning the mass. So like that,
I assume
that
you're gonna be weak to fire. Yeah. Usually when you're a mass of something, you're like weak to fire.
Yeah. So yeah, Carry On looks like a pretty cool concept. For me, who's banned 2D side scrollers from my life, I might check this out. And then I just want to give a shout out to the Bootleg Devolver games. So Bootleg Devolver games came out on Steam. It's basically cheaper versions of games like Enter the Gungeon. So they have a game called Enter the Gun Dungeon. And it's like, it's close enough to being a knockoff of Gungeon
Into the Gun
that
Dungeon.
It makes you want to play it.
That's hilarious.
And it's made, so like anybody would ask the question, why would you make cheaper versions of games that you already made?
Yeah.
But I just think it's a cool idea because it's like, if you really don't want to pay $15 for Gungeon, but you kind of want to play Gungeon, like just pay like $3 for this.
Yeah, right. Nah, I'm gonna just buy Gungeon. Gungeon's been on sale every other week.
Yeah.
Since like years ago.
But I just think that it was a hilarious idea of like they gotta advertise to that gray market, those people that don't want to pay for those games.
Yeah, the budget was low too, so it's not like they're losing out on making it.
Yeah, and then the last game I want to mention by
I
Devolver
want this game.
I think this is like a must-have game for me is Fall Guys.
Fun. Please be on Switch.
Okay, best trailer of the entire E3 for me because the music is so good.
Yeah, and it's so colorful.
But yeah, this is basically like think like what was that game game show? No, Wipeout. That show on television with the crazy obstacle course. Think like Wipeout with like little jelly bean characters, like the characters from Gang Beasts.
Really physics based.
And so what I'm really hype about Fall Guys is that
Battle Royale.
Yes, it's Battle Royale. They said they think it's going to be 100 players, I think.
Yeah, they said they're shooting for 100.
Yeah, and then it was also, so you have like an obstacle course and mini games, and then it's like it's actually online. So that was like something for me I got excited about. I was like, will this be my replacement for Mario Party? Because Mario Party didn't have like the online connectivity of like, well, what if I want to play a Mario Party but I don't have friends here with me?
Yeah, and Mario Party, the thing with the latest one I didn't like is you can't play the board game online. You can only play the mini games. Whereas this is like, it's like awesome.
You can't have like a true Mario Party.
Yeah, and the other thing they said about this is like randomized. The levels are randomized each time from like a pool. So it's like every time you hop in a game, you're not getting the exact same lineup of mini games, which is really cool.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this because it's like, everybody will have the little guys, and it feels like kind of how like Tetris 99 just made like competing in Tetris that much more fun. I think this will make playing mini games fun again.
Absolutely.
Because
they got the right idea with this.
Because like somebody like I really miss like WarioWare games, so like I kind of need a WarioWare game.
Switch WarioWare, where are you? It's gotta come. It's gotta come. It's gotta come.
Hopefully that'll be next year's E3. But Fall Guys, Q1 of next year. So
awesome.
Look forward to that. That'll be a good post-Christmas game.
And then for anybody who cares, Messenger and Enter the Gungeon DLC were also announced.
More DLC for Enter the Gungeon?
Yes, it's called House of the Gun Dead.
Oh, that's not new.
Oh, that's not
new.
Like
it's new, but it's not new. They announced that like a while back. But yeah, good.
But it's coming out now.
Okay.
Got you.